People will come on here if I'm talking about how sick I am and how bad I am. But if I talk about that I'm doing a little better, or if I bring up something else, anything else, if I talk about something going on in my life that's not good, nobody cares. Nobody cares. The only time people will comment, and I'm not talking about my avid watchers and listeners that I've been seeing for years, just in general, that I'll get a bunch of watchers and I'll be like, talking about my symptoms and stuff like that and how bad things are. And it's like instant comments, instant this, instant that. And then all of a sudden, I take another day and be like, I'm feeling a little better, but this is what's going on in my life and it's really hard right now. When it has nothing to do with my symptoms, everybody drops off. Everybody disappears, no comments. And like I said, not my avid listeners. You know who you are. But I always think it's really weird because people just, they have one thing in mind when it comes to what I talk about is benzo withdrawal syndrome. And if I'm not really really sick, then they disappear. I don't know what people want to hear. The being this sick sucks, but things get better. Sorry, you know. And if you don't want to hear about that and you'd rather hear about everybody else just dealing with the same exact thing and not getting better, you know, then yeah, I guess don't watch. Fucking A. I mean, I've got a long ways to go still. I'm still tapering other medication, but I just don't bitch about it as much. I mean, sometimes you gotta live your life. I mean, I still live in a world of depersonalization, derealization, and all these horrible symptoms. But I don't need to go on and on and on and on about it. It's been almost a decade. There's a time where you just have to get up and be like, you know what? This fucking happened to me. That fucking sucks. And you know what? I could either sit around and cry, or I can just act like, you know what? I have a disability now, but I need to live a little bit. And sometimes you can't, but if you can, get up. Get up. You know your boundaries with yourself. Start doing something. Get up. Walk into the kitchen. Do anything. If you don't push yourself a little bit, you're never going to get up. I'm telling you, this is one of the hardest things I've ever done in the last fucking decade. And honestly, I'm not going to come on here every time and cry. This is so horrible. What? Are you going to live like that? You can't live like that. That's just reality. You can't live like that. Sure, I bitch about it all the time. Everybody hears about it to a point. But it's like I'm also here when I'm here talking about, yeah, I had a nice weekend and did this. It was hard, but I did it. Nobody cares. All people on here want to hear is, oh, the akathisia is so fucking bad I can't get up. That's it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I have so many symptoms right now, and I'm so unfucking comfortable, and I fucking lost so much in my life, and I'm losing stuff now that I'm not fully functional. But why should I sit down here and that be my main topic? How about I went out to work today, and this fucking guy keeps bullying me and causing me so much stress? That's what's making me worse. Nobody cares about that because that's real life. That's other life outside of benzo. I don't know. It's just I get it. This fucking the health stuff sucks when it's something that you can't see. I get it. I've been doctors. I've been through every test. I've been through everything just for my doctors to say what I'm dealing with cannot happen. It's like, well, I'm living proof it happens. My story is so fucking long and so many fucking drugs and fucking, it's ridiculous. And it's all because my doctor wanted to make me better. but didn't want to take responsibility for it. That's it. But what am I going to do? I can't spend the next decade crying. All I'm going to do is when I feel better, I'm going to have fun. Will it put me into a wave for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months? Maybe. Will it stop me from tapering again? Maybe. Because I'm going to have to taper Remeron still. I don't fucking know. But I can't just sit around for years and do nothing. And nobody should. Nobody should. Because I spent too many years wanting to off myself. This way, as much as I cry because it's so hard, I'd rather do something and try to live my life. Try to live my life. I like to hear improvement too, but it seems a lot of people don't. It's like it's weird, right? Hey Cindy. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just gotten really old. It's like I don't really go to the forums and stuff anymore because if I tell my story, they can relate and it's then I get all the bullshit about how well I'm only bad because of this and this and this and this and stuff I did. So they don't get too scared. My story just scares everybody. So I'm fucking, I'm done telling it. My story sucks. But I also am not going to live my whole life fucking live being that. I'm not that story. Neither are you. It's like it's part of us now, but that's it. That's it. It's just part of who I am. I'm a much better person now. But it's sad there's so much stress in my life from people that just they don't know and don't care. People are mean. People are mean out there. The more I get out, the more I realize how mean people are. And those are the people who don't have to deal with any of this stuff because they've never had a fucking problem and they're just controlling fucking pieces of shit. It's until you deal with something like this is when you realize, oh, life is way more important than what I'm trying to bitch about. It's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. I just wish people were much nicer. It's like I go out of my way to make people laugh and have fun and just try to wake up every day and go, you know what? I look forward to today because I'm going to see a bunch of people that are going to make me smile. And then there's always the fucking people that will just look at you like you're the biggest piece of shit. And not everybody's going to like you. And that's just a reality. I've always known it. Not everybody's going to like you. But I honestly wish they would just fucking shut the fuck up. I don't know. I'm just bitching. Oh, my eye is getting irritated today. So I ran a few errands today and did my normal stuff. I did some work this morning, went to the post office, went to Petco, PetSmart, whatever fuck it was, got some stuff there, and then I'm home now and I'm gonna go in and get a little more work done, take a shower, and just do my typical day. But it's Saturday, so it's home, a little more relaxing today. Tomorrow we're going to a big flea market that's like an hour away. Do I feel like walking around in Sensoryland tomorrow? No, but should I? Yeah, because I know I'm going to enjoy it to a point. And it's better than sitting at home staring at the screen. You just got to do something. You got to get up. I can, it took me a long time to get to that point. So, of course, you don't have to just jump out and go to these big ass things. But if you're at a point where you can at least walk outside, yeah, you'll be like, oh, but it might set me back. Yeah, you know what? Everything sets us back. Everything does. You sitting on the couch and not moving ever is going to set you back because your whole body's going to turn into a liquid. You know, I mean, that was my goal from day one is I'm always going to do something every day, no matter how hard it was. Even in the beginning days, oh, that was terrifying. I used to go out for short walks. Oh, that was awful. That used to fuck me up. So I had to cut it back a little bit. But these short little walks would make me goddamn hallucinate. The whole fucking room was fucking moving and morphing and shit. But I said I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna let my body turn. It's not gonna let my body turn to shit. Because if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. So I want everybody just to do one thing every day. I don't care how small it is. I don't care how big it is. Small. Do something you haven't done. Do something you have done. Do it a little bigger. Then relax. Then take a break. And think about your win. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm doing my best. Sometimes you just get in your head. It's like, fuck, you know? I don't know. Everybody needs a win, you know? And we all work so hard to get where we're at. And it's really sad that there's people out there that could just keep breaking you down. It's like, at what point in life are you like, okay, come on, give me a fucking break, let me live? I mean, a decade of my life has gone to this. And now that I'm able to get out even more, now it's just there's other battles. You know, it's not easier at all. Ugh. Anyway, I'm gonna head off here. Sorry about the rant, but I'll save this video. It's just I think people need to know that it's like, you know what, I get it. There are assholes out there, and some people are gonna get in your fucking way because they do not get it and they never will. Doctors don't get it, they never will. We are our only advocates, more or less. And I'm working so hard at this to not let other people bring me down because life is too hard for us. And it's like, they don't care because they're never going to see you again. And if they do see you again, they still don't care. So, yeah, never give up. We wouldn't be here if we gave up, that's for sure. I mean, I know we've seen our we've seen so many people give up. I've seen a lot of people give up, and I understand why they do. I almost gave up a few times, and that gives me major PTSD, and it scares me. That's why when I fall into really big waves, I get scared. I'm like, holy shit, I don't want to get back to that space. But usually does always go back to its baseline eventually. It's hard to believe sometimes. But anyway, I'm off here. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and don't let people bring you down. Don't let people get in the way of your recovery. Because some people might try to help you, and they mean well, but you got to be your own advocate because they're not the ones who have to take responsibility for the fallout of something going wrong. Doctors, they don't care. They'll suggest this and that, but I told my one doctor, I'm like, well, if you take responsibility for it being going bad, then maybe I'll try. But they never would. So, yeah. Yeah, you keep your strength as well, and we'll be back on soon. Take care.